Check this.
Yes, indeed, we are live. It's a little late, got a little state. I had to go give blood. See, look here. See, I didn't just put that on to fake out anybody. It really did. Actually, it's probably time for me to take it off. So I will. The lady asked me, they always ask, is it okay if I put on purple? I go, you can put on pink if you want. I don't care. I used to always tell them, I say, you know why I like pink? Because ladies like pink. Yeah. That's why I wear this cool looking shirt, man. Look at this thing. Pineapples all over it. It's so soft. Oh my goodness. Golly. All right, everybody. Good morning to you. It's Be Encouraged time. And you know what time that means? It means to reach up on the shelf. Oh, no, not Moby Dick. Here we go. All right. Here it is. The little book of wisdom. It's the book I always like to grab. I have a lot of classics up here, but that's the one I always like to grab. I'm going to read a long one to you by Albert Einstein, folks. It says here, human being is part of a whole called by us the universe. A part limited in time and space, he experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest us. Our task must be to free ourselves from the prison by widening our circles of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. Apropos, folks, apropos. I'm going to read it again. You ready for this? This should brighten your day and also put a little bit of perspective on everything that's going on in the world around us. I'm going to turn that on so that I can see this a little bit better because I was having a hard time. It's kind of dark from behind me. You know, you can see me good, but here we go. Here, I'm going to read this again. This is really so, at least in my opinion, I'd like to let you guys let me know if you think that this is apropos for this time in our lives, in our history. A human being is part of a whole called by us the universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feelings as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of consciousness. This delusion is a kind of prison for us, restricting us to our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circles of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. So, thank you, Albert Einstein, for that. That's a wake-up call for us today. Here's another good one. It's kind of long, too, but that's okay because it's 10:30 and this is just me. Now, if you'd like to join in, I'm going to put up the comments so I can see what's happening. It is my friend Tora. He says hello. I say hello. At 4:30, yes, we are. He's very excited. And yes, Tora, in a little bit, I'm going to pull you on, buddy. I never got anything that mattered out of my work when it was only something to be exchanged against a pay scale. My work meant nothing if, while feeding me, it did not also make me part of something. Pilot of a specific airline, gardener of a specific garden, architect of a specific cathedral, soldier of a specific country. If creating new airlines enriched us, it was because of the sacrifices that it demanded of us. The airlines were built with free gift of ourselves. Once born, the airline gave us birth. If today I meet a comrade, I can say, do you remember? It was a wonderful time when, bound by the same free gift of ourselves, we loved one another. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. I don't know who that is, but maybe he was a pilot. All right, let's give you a little short one here. Hope is a feeling that you have that the feeling you have isn't permanent. Hope is a feeling that you have that the feeling you have isn't permanent. Jean Kerr, finishing touches from her book. Okay, great. Ladies and gentlemen, there's our words of wisdom for the day and from our little book of wisdom. Here's my drink for the day. It's 10:45, so this is just water. Actually, any time of the day for me, this would just be water. Maybe a Diet Coke Zero. Coke Zero, that's my favorite drink. Outside of this, welcome to everybody who's joining us here today. I want you please like and share. We want to give you we just gave you a little bit from the book, a little encouragement from the book. I want to give you some encouragement today. There's a local radio station that does the drive-through difference. And I love listening to people's exchanges and examples about that. I encourage people to join in that fun drive. If you're going to go through the drive-through, pay for the person behind you. It's amazing what it does for people's hearts and their souls when they listen to that. I just had a bunch of people popped on to see what was happening, and I guess they were not encouraged by me being here alone. I don't know. There she is. There's my girl. Yes, that was deep, Barbara. You're right. Gosh, I love you. I wish I could see you. Why don't you, when this is all over and done, why don't you take a excursion up here to Northern Virginia and say hey to everybody? I would love it if you'd come up here. I need some hugs, girl. I need some hugs. You're a good hugger. Hugger, mugger. Anyway, so that's my cuz, y'all, Barbara. My Barbara Bailey cousin. She's such a sweetheart. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her. Man, she's a pretty girl. And she's a sweet, thoughtful girl, too. All right, folks. So let's see. What else can we encourage you with today? We're taking, for some of you, this may be an encouragement. And it shouldn't be a discouragement for any of you. I'm telling you this right now. This should be an encouragement to a certain extent. Excuse me. I'm sorry. They're taking down, I would love to see you come to Virginia, Barbara. Why don't you come work in Fairfax County? It's one of the best school districts in the freaking country. You can come live up here with us. Unbelievable. It'd be awesome. I'm listening. I think I hear my son playing his bass. Anyway, so yesterday in Richmond, the mayor of Richmond decided, you know what? I'm not going to pussyfoot around. I'm going to make it the deal. I know you're a Bailey. You are a sweet Bailey. Listen, I'm telling you, the deal is this. They took down, the mayor put an order in yesterday to take down all Confederate statues in Richmond. And some people are upset about that. I'm telling you right now, it is a source of divisiveness, and I don't think there should be any reason whatsoever that we need to glorify people who believed that we shouldn't be a union. And I'm not even going to get into all the other aspects, but the people who are so selfish that they wanted to do things their way, even if it was detrimental to an entire class of human beings, an entire race of human beings. Well, not race, but entire culture of human beings is just drives me nuts. It just drives me crazy. And it's not so much that I get angry about it. I don't get angry, but I am happy that someone is standing up and doing something. If I had the power, we'd have them all. Maybe we put them into a special historical museum so that people would know about our history and so that we were not doomed to repeat it. But it doesn't have to be out on display for public consumption as if it's glorifying that person. Right, folks? I totally get the fact that we need to not, I mean, that's what people's stupid argument is, and I'm going to say that, oh, we can't forget our history. No, that's fine. Let's make a museum like we have so many of, and if you want to know our history, especially the worst part of it, then you can go to that museum and see that history, and I think kids should still be taught that history, but I think a statue is a glorification of someone, and we don't need to glorify anybody who was part of human atrocities. And that's exactly what that was all about. So anyway, yesterday, General, whatever his name is, Jackson was taken down. I've already forgotten what his name is. Yeah. And so those need to be coming down. Now, Barbara just said worshiping idols. Well, I don't think that statues going up is about, I think when people start gathering around worshiping, that's a problem. But statues and things that show, give somebody, shows that this person did something for the better of humankind. That's the kind of statue we need up in different places. So people go, oh, who is that guy? Albert Einstein. Who was he? And I know we have statues of Albert Einstein, but there's so many other people that we have statues of that we need to have statues of, that we need to have up so we can say, hey, well done, good and faithful servant to the United States. That's what God's going to say when we come in. We hope that's what God will say about us when we come into heaven. But also on this earth, we want to tell people. Now, I think that also it's self-aggrandizing, or it's aggrandizing to put up someone who's still alive in a statue. So it's a memorial. It's what I think of it as. So if you're worshiping it, you're in trouble. Don't be doing that. But if we're just putting those statues up to legitimize and that's what it does. So you're legitimizing slavery. You're legitimizing causing people, pain, and causing people, in servitude and things like that. So that's what you legitimize by putting up a statue. If we want to legitimize, genetic research, or we want to legitimize, and of course there's going to be people against that. So you know what? Let's make statues of wonderful things like trees. But we already have trees. We don't need statues of them. But let's do things that are beautiful and wonderful and things that people can be inspired by. And then when there are people who can be like Tura Arsala, we should have a statue of Tura Arsala up because he's inspirational. I'd pay to have one made for him. Probably have to put it in his front yard though. So, but I'm going to have him on here momentarily. We're going to bring him on to talk about tomorrow's guest, or this afternoon's guest, rather. This afternoon's guest. We have a fantastic guest this afternoon. I'm not letting the cat out of the bag. I'm going to let Tura tell you guys. If you watched yesterday, because we talked about it. But this morning, we're going to let Tura load it out there and tell you what's going on. I got a big announcement for Tura, though. He's not aware of, but he's going to like this announcement that I have. So we'll see. I will see who trumps who. I don't know. We'll see. I know that his announcement I'm really going to look forward to. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, what I'm going to do? I'm going to send him an invite so that he can get on. I've been very picky. I'm sending it to your, okay, I think I'm going to send it to your email, big guy, so that you can use your laptop, but you'll probably still use your phone since that's what you're so used to using. But hopefully you'll get the laptop out and look super good. And it's on its way to your email, big guy. So there you go. Now back to, we don't have to talk about that much more. I mean, I just think that look at whose the statue is of, and look at what do people know about that person. If what we know about that person is bad, evil, wrong, then we need to take down those statues. If what we know about that person is good and fascinating and awesome and encouraging, then those are the kind of statues we need to erect. People have been talking about taking down George Washington because he had slaves. Well, truthfully, I'm not, and slavery is completely wrong, but they didn't know how wrong it was at the time. It was a new thing. It wasn't something anybody had ever seen. Africans, no one knew what an African was, and they thought, wow, that's interesting. Now, believe me, when they should have noticed very quickly that this is a human being and done what they should have done as far as taking care of them or taking them back to where their homeland was. If they wanted to go back, if they wanted to stay, that's fine. Stay and work, get paid, start your own homestead. That would have been awesome. But, I don't know that obviously that was never an option given to them. But here we go. We got a man who's getting ready to come on with us he's on his laptop, you guys. I'm so proud of him for using his laptop. There he is, Mr. Tora Arsala. Tora, something's wrong with your camera. I think you need to wipe it with the cloth or something.
Later.
Later. Okay. You're a little foggy, that's all. How are you, buddy?
I'm great. I
know what's happening this afternoon, so you tell us. I have a big surprise for you too, though, buddy. You're going to love this, but we'll wait.
Yeah, so the guest today, very excited to have this person on. We has done a lot of lobbying to get me to get this person on. We're very excited to have an athlete from the Special Olympics coming on this afternoon at 4:30 to talk about how COVID's affecting them and how what they're doing for the community to help make an impact during COVID-19. And we're also going to be joined by one of the staffers in the Special Olympics as well.
Yes, Ellen is going to be from the Special Olympics, and then Rose is going to be our athlete that's going to be coming on. And I'm excited to meet both of them and talk about the Special Olympics.
And also, I want to mention Ellen is their police reform specialist at Special Olympics.
Really? How so?
Her title is like police something.
Okay. All right.
So
I don't think they needed to do any police reform at the Special Olympics, though. I'm sure the police officers come with volunteers, or not. If they're not, they're definitely volunteers. They may get paid, but they're definitely the ones that sign up to do it. And I don't think very many officers who are bad officers, which is not as many as people made out to think. They don't care about the Special Olympics.
You had some wonderful guests yesterday as well.
We did. We had some great guests yesterday. It was a lot of fun talking to all these guests. You get hooked up for me, Tor. I appreciate you more than you know, buddy.
And you're going to love tomorrow.
Well, you know me. I'm terrible. Why? Who do we have tomorrow, buddy?
Your buddy Yvette Mooney is coming on.
Oh, that's right. Is it Mooney or Monty?
Monty.
Okay. All right, that's cool.
And then you also have the Three Amigos coming on tomorrow too.
That's right. So I'll look forward to that. Guess what my news is, Tora?
Go for it.
As of today, StreamYard, I can have up to 10 guests, 9 guests, not including me. So 10 people completely on the stream. So now you don't get to go in the back room. You can stay up front with us the whole time.
That's good for your game nights.
It's good. Well, it's good for you on my game nights. That many people is a lot of people.
You know what you have to do? You have to bring back Wednesday night sports nights or Saturday night sports nights.
Well, we're working on that, Tora. Don't worry. We want to make sure that any shows from here on out that we start up are as good as, are put together well, and we know what we're doing. Just like this show here, Be Encouraged. We like to know.
And I don't know if you're looking at your like-o-meter on Facebook, but you're getting so many likes every hour for your.
I know.
So many people are liking your page because Elizabeth shared it yesterday, and Zafar shared it, and a bunch of others shared it.
Is it the More Joy Media page?
Correct.
Nice. I have not looked at it today, so I'll have to take a look at it and see.
Your page is going national because there's folks from Canada that are liking it too.
Well, I'm glad, because that's what we're all about. You and me both, buddy. We're about encouraging our community and holding up people who are good examples in our community. I was just talking about that as far as statues are concerned. I was very proud of the Richmond mayor taking down and again, I don't think those should be destroyed. Maybe we can have a museum or something and put those statues in the museum to just for educational purposes. You know what I mean? To let people know this was a very dark, dire part of our history. And this is Stonewall Jackson, who this, and this. This is, all these different things. And I think that's important that we not forget our history. I think who is it that said, if we forget our history, we're doomed to repeat it? Who said that? Do you remember? It's a very popular, very, very, very popular quote. Somebody like Thomas Jefferson or Ben Franklin or something like that said it.
And I did want to mention, you're probably going to disagree with me on this, but this was breaking news on Fox 5 this morning. Several groups like Nike and a bunch of others have removed their partnership with the Washington Redskins because of their name.
Well, we'll see what Dan Schneider does about that. I don't know. I mean, I've been told I've seen two different ways of looking at it, and both by American Indians. So I think that he ought to change the name to Warriors. That's Lee Bailey's suggestion. That way, he doesn't have to change. He doesn't have to change any of his insignias. He doesn't have to change any of his logos. He didn't have to change. All he has to do is change that Redskins logo and put Warriors. And the Indian on the side of his thing is a warrior. I mean, that's why I say some people have said that Redskins not a bad name because it's depicting an Indian who's a warrior. Okay. Yeah. And in fact, they would put on.
But how do you think
to make themselves redder?
Yeah, but how do you think the Cleveland Indians would feel if they also have the Indians name as their mascot?
Well, but the Indians. Here's the thing with the Indians. The Indians. Again, this is just people's talking about it. They have very a comical looking Indian, which is kind of embarrassing to Native Americans. They're like, well, why are you making us have to be cartoon characters? We're not cartoon characters. We know that the Seminoles down in Florida, they're named after the Seminole tribe. So they consider themselves a part of the Seminole tribe. Students who go there. Huh? That's right. Yeah, exactly. So there's no issue with the Florida State Seminoles. That doesn't ever have to stop because the Seminole tribe down there endorses the Florida State Seminoles. So there's no one that can cry and complain about that. But people say that the Redskins is because you're bringing attention to their color and their and what they look like, and so there's two different ways to look at it. If you're real sensitive, and I'm not meaning to put anybody down. If you're real sensitive, you go, oh man, that's not right. But if you're not sensitive and you understand from other perspectives from Native Americans that's a depiction of a warrior, and that's exactly how we, as Washington Redskin fans, how we depict the Redskins as warriors. We don't depict them as these dumb natives that don't know nothing. They're strong warriors,
You're getting a lot of comments on your chat feed.
Oh God. Well, that's my cousin Barbara Bailey. She went to Florida State, I think.
But Meg Sutter kind of reminded me. We are working hard on this silent auction event that we're doing. We are still looking for volunteers. We are looking for silent auction items. And Lee, you should definitely come out if you can, because it is the 73rd anniversary of the diner. And the breaking news is Elvis will be in the building.
He will be in the building, huh? That's cool. I'd love to be Elvis. Hey, baby, don't you know what I'm talking about, baby?
You know what you could do? You could play Santa Claus and come in and give toys to kids.
I got to get my mustache all fixed and made white, so I can't do that too early.
But like I was saying, we are looking for volunteers and we are looking for silent auction items. If anyone's interested, email me.
Absolutely. Oh God, here we go. Thanks, Tora. Got me putting up your email again. Where are you at, boy? There he is.
I'm here.
No, I'm talking about where I was looking for your email. So there's Tora's email. Tora Arsala at gmail.com. So
no, you skipped the 2020.
Tora Arsala 2020 at gmail.com. Read what it says.
So
TOORAARSALA 2020 at, and I ran out of space. Gmail part's on your side.
Christmas in July. I like it. No, somebody just posted that in the chat option.
Oh, that's probably Barbara again. Let me see. Yep, that's my girl. Love her. She's gorgeous.
No, but I'm just here. It's like, folks, if they want to, we're open to any cool silent auction item. Like, even if it's a gift card to a restaurant or maybe art or something cool. Yeah, we'll take that. Something cool. Like, we're definitely open to different items. I know for a fact that I've had several people reach out to me saying that they're going to put together baskets. So we are looking for anything of anything. If anybody has anything cool that they want to give away for a silent auction, let me know. Yes, of course we accept gnomes.
You can't have this one. That was given to me when I was in the hospital.
You should auction off your More Joy Radio shirts.
Yeah, if I had more than 2 left, I need to get some more made.
You know, if you're interested, I can get you a table at the event so you can promote More Joy Radio.
Yeah, but again, I can't be around a lot of people, man. I gotta be careful, you know. I mean, I'd love to do that, but yeah. And besides that, the owner, I don't know if the owner would let me have a table there.
Oh, you guys are still?
I'm not. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't talked to him. So,
good to know.
But that's another day. That's another thing. Why am I talking about it? Who cares? It's fine.
Exactly.
Let's see.
I did want to mention your other show. Billy Riley's been sharing a lot about it, and we've gotten
a lot of people watching that show.
Yeah, he posted a photo, and it looks like the other show, the 7:00 show on Mondays, has gotten much more views and likes than these other 2 shows.
Not more than our show. Yes, this show here, because it's in the morning. It's in the daytime when people are working and doing stuff.
You want me to answer that question?
Oh, absolutely, Barbara. I mean, Tora.
So we are raising money for various organizations like Be a Hero, Feed a Hero, the Alzheimer's Foundation, the ARC of Northern Virginia. We've all teamed up for one big silent auction fundraiser to raise money for awareness. So we're definitely looking for wonderful, cool silent auction items to give away. I may, in fact, actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to see if I can give away my Duke autograph as a silent auction item.
Man, come on. Don't do that. That's something that's made for you, Tora.
Yeah, well.
Doesn't it say to Tora?
It does.
Yeah, so you can't give that away because it has your name on it. It doesn't do anybody. Why would I want one that says to Tora?
Right. Good point.
Exactly.
Again, we're looking for some cool items.
Well, call Gary Clark and get him to come sign a bunch of paraphernalia for you.
You know what?
Call Daryl Green, get him. Somebody, all these Redskins that are in the area, get them to come sign some stuff.
To answer the question, it is on July 12th and July 19th.
Okay. 12th and the 19th. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Barbara, for asking. We get so used to talking about it, we forget that people don't know.
Again, it's all for a good cause. Like we're all.
Oh, absolutely.
All coming together. And in fact, I've had some other organizations that said they also want to chime in, and more so the Afghan community saying they want to come out and support the cause.
There you go.
And speaking of which,
Yusuf to come and sign a couple of basketballs.
And speaking of which, they really want you to get involved with them in the community.
Okay, I'm happy to do that, Tora. I'm happy to do that. All Yusuf has to call me. I got one of my kids from Falls Church is a friend of Yusuf's, and he like hit me up and he said, "Mr. Bailey's," freaking out. So yeah,
Nice.
it was very cool to hear from him, as a matter of fact. So yeah, listen, the silent auction, that sounds like a lot of fun. And how many items you guys have so far?
Currently, we have a few. I know Meg Sutter is working her butt off to get a whole bunch of items on her. I know we got one big basket from Alzheimer's Foundation, courtesy of Michelle Alonso. And I'm also working with the owner of 29 Diner, John K. Wood, to auction off some of his cool mugs and gift cards and shirts and hats.
Sure.
Just we want to make it a very cool event. I've done silent auctions before, and the biggest item that's gone. People love sports items. People love all the cool.
You know what else they love, Tamara? I'm gonna tell you, the men love the sports items. Some women do, but the women love gift baskets. And I'm telling you, brother, you need to call Angela, and you need to talk to her and see if any of her friends in her community.
I already spoke to Angela. Angela said that she cannot provide any gift bags because she's already given a lot to a different cause.
Okay. Well, what about her? Other people in her group?
We're working on it.
All right.
Leslie Salmon also. Leslie Salmon still wants you to come on her show sometime, but you would have to come to Gainesville sometime.
I have to go to her show?
Yes.
I can't do it from my own home?
No, you can go
I'd go out to Gainesville. That's fine. I can do that.
Her next one is on next week, next Tuesday, the first Tuesday in July. You're
my agent, bro, for right now. I mean, you're my scheduler, but I'll call you my agent for the time being. But yeah, sure. I'm happy to go out there. I just need a little heads up. That's all.
Right. So I'm going to hop off because I have to get back to work, but thanks for having me.
Great to have you, Tori. You're my man. See you later, buddy. Peace. All right, everybody. That's it for today. We are done. We're done. We're done. If you'd like to get in touch with us here at More Joy Radio, ladies and gentlemen, please, here we go. You can email me, morejoy111. Anybody who knows what the 111's for, just let me know. And the 111 adds to 3, right? Trinity. Yeah, that's it. I like to leave it out there. I don't like to be bold in your face. I like the people to figure it out. morejoy111@gmail.com. Hit me up and say, hey, what's up? How's it going? Also, you can go to More Joy Radio Facebook page or More Joy Media's Facebook page, and I'm there too. I'm about to go look at More Joy Media Facebook page because apparently we have a lot of new likes on our page. So I'm excited. Very excited. You guys have a wonderful day today. It is the end of the Be Encouraged program. Peace.
That it feels right.